Welcome to the show with everything you could ever want to make right at your fingertips. I'm Naomi.
And I'm Tim. And here's what's coming up on today's show.
Discover how to make over a boring old plastic pot into a fingertips precious pot.
Find out whether Naomi can beat the clock in today's 1 Minute Make.
And in Food Fingertips, we reveal how to concoct a delicious-looking pudding that's not all it seems.
And for details of lots of great fingertips makes, you can check out our website. Address at the end of the show.
But first, the Fingertips magazine racks. They look great, they cost hardly anything to make, and they're a brilliant way to keep your magazines tidy. Oh, if you're a fan of football, you are going to love this one.
Yep, you know all those football magazines and sticker albums you've got? Well, we found the perfect place to keep them stashed.
Yep, in one of these, your very own Fingertips footy magazine rack.
And would you look at that? He slots it neatly into the back of the net. The crowd go wild. Yeah! What a result!
Brilliant. And it's really easy to make. We've given it a Fingertips difficulty rating of 1. So no excuses not to make a mess with your mags.
You're going to have a right ball making this one. To make your own football magazine rack, firstly you need 2 cereal boxes like these. Cut one long side off each box and then stick them together. Now you need to make them white, and you can do this by painting them, or do what we've done and simply stick white card all the way around the outside like this.
Next you need a piece of green craft foam that's roughly the same length as your cereal box, and you need to fold this in half, like that, and then run some glue along that crease and fold it in half again and leave that to one side to dry. When it has dried, you then need to draw a rectangle about 2 centimetres down from that folded edge, like that. Cut that rectangle out on both sides. There it is. And now you need to glue this piece on either side of the centre bit of your cardboard boxes. Just slot it down like that. Perfect.
When the handle is stuck in place, you can use it to lift up your rack. Then it's time to draw a net design on the sides of your box. And for this, I'm going to use some 3D paint. Now you can see I've used a pencil to mark out my design first, and then you can use these lines as a guide. Simply do sweeping movements like this, across the box, and then back the other way. Now, if you don't have any 3D paints, of course you could use a felt tip pen, or instead just ordinary paint and a fine brush.
And when you finish the netting, why not add some white line detail to the handle like this one? Looks much better, doesn't it? And all that's left now are the football feet, and they're a doddle. Just get hold of 4 craft polyballs, make sure they're all the same size, and then add a ball design to each one with black marker pen or paint. And once you've done all 4 of them, it's just a case of gluing them to the bottom 4 corners of your rack.
And if you don't want to see the finished result, then look away now. But if you do, check this out. It's brilliant, isn't it? Then all that's left to do is put your football magazines and your sticker albums inside, and there they are, stored nice and safely.
And you don't have to do a football theme. What about this sewing rack? Even has a special place for your knitting needles.
Do you know what, Naomi?
What?
I really think this magazine rack might stand a good chance of winning the FA Cup.
Oh, definitely.
That's the Fingertips Artwork Cup.
Yeah!
Come on!
Fingertips top tip. If you want to trace something onto paper, just take the picture you want to trace to a window, then put some blank paper on top and trace away. This is Makeover Fingertips, the part of the programme where we show you how to make something by recycling stuff that you probably find around your home. So what about this lot? A load of sparkly bits and pieces, some all-purpose glue, paint and an old empty pot. Well, with a bit of Fingertips know-how, we're going to show you how to transform these into one of these, a Fingertips precious pot. And we give the precious pot a Fingertips difficulty rating of 1. So why not get encrusting? Start by taking an old pot that's been thoroughly washed and take the lid off. You need to make sure that all the stickers and labels have been removed too. Next, paint around the tub of the pot, This will mask any printing which might be left on the sides. This is going to be a gemstone pot for a girl, but if you wanted to make one for a boy, a pirate-themed precious pot is great for stashing your pocket money. Do a few layers of paint and you'll have a solid colour like this. Next, paint the lid in the same colour, and when that's dry, it's time for you to create your design. Start by sticking the gems in the middle of the lid first, then work your way outwards towards the edge, and this will give your precious pot a bejewelled look. When you've covered the top of the lid and the sides, it'll look like this. Very precious. Now it's time to start encrusting the tub. Do it in the same way, use more of these gems, and you can buy these from any craft shop. Make sure you leave some space around the rim so that the lid closes properly. Keep building up the design, making sure that you stick the beads close together. And when you've finished decorating, it should look something like this. Now all you've got to do is pop your precious things inside, like your jewellery or pocket money, and then leave it in a precious place. And once you've started encrusting your precious pots, you won't be able to stop. Have a look at these. This one's got a fabulous underwater theme with a plastic fish handle. What about encrusting a metal pencil tin? We've used rainbow-coloured beads for a really colourful effect. And we've even jazzed up an old food pot with pink beads and some plastic shoes we got out of a cracker. Great, aren't they? So next time you see a rubbish, useless old pot, why not turn it into a fingertips precious pot? Got a minute?
Because this is the part of the programme where we show you something which will take under a minute to make using odds and ends from around the house.
Today it's my turn to make.
And it's my turn to time.
And I hardly need anything at all to make it, that's all it takes.
Now, we're not going to tell you exactly what it is, so see if you can work it out along the way.
Right.
Are you ready?
Yes, ready and waiting, my friend.
I know that's got to be a clue.
Oh, might be.
3, 2, 1, go!
OK, start with a brown pipe cleaner and some scissors and carefully cut it into... Oh, it's peeling off all over the place. Yeah, grab that for me, thank you. Small pieces.
10 seconds gone.
Oof. Right, next take a craft poly ball. You can get these from craft shops. And push these brown pipe cleaner pieces in around the top.
20 seconds.
Go in. It's all right. Then grab a marker pen and draw on a little face. Just going to do the basic face, 2 eyes.
25 seconds remaining.
Smiley little mouth.
Very nice.
Ah, he looks happy. And then finally, get a long pink pipe cleaner and push that into the bottom.
15 to go.
And stop the clock.
Oh, 47 seconds, not bad at all.
Phew.
But what is it?
Well, if you grab a pen or a pencil and then wind that long pipe cleaner around it so it stays in place, you'll end up with your very own fingertips pen friend.
Oh, he's cute.
Yeah, cute and a bit wobbly. Look at his head, crazy. And they're so easy to make, why don't you make a whole family of them? If you've got a bit more time, you could perhaps paint the polyball before you start adding more detail. How about this puppy with a patch over one eye and his tongue hanging out? Or a busy, buzzy bee, complete with googly eyes? Or even a very happy, funny clown?
So why not give your pen something to write home about?
Yeah, create some fingertips pen friends.
In under a minute.
This is Food Fingertips, the part of the programme where we show you food that's fun to make and great to taste. And our dish of the day is something that will really get your mouth watering, even though it might not appear to be all that it seems. All I need is an unsuspecting person. Oh, right on cue. Tim, do you fancy a slice of my scrummy pie that I've just made?
Oh, you know me, Naomi. Never want to say no to food.
OK, it's all yours then. But before you dive in, I bet you 10p you can't guess any of the delicious ingredients in my no-berry pie.
That's easy, you're on.
OK, show us your money then.
Deal.
Thank you.
Strawberries.
No.
Fruit. There's definitely some sort of fruit in there.
No, there isn't.
Jam? Is it jam making it that weird colour?
You're not even warm, Tim.
This is blatantly a wind-up. I give up.
And I'm 10p better off. No, it's no berry pie. If you'd have listened, the clue is actually in the title. No berry pie. It's not a pudding at all. It's really the old favourite cottage pie, cunningly disguised as a devilishly tasty dessert.
Oh, that's not fair.
Oh, you're just a bad loser. And we give no berry pie a fingertips difficulty rating of 3. It's not too difficult to make, but it's bound to get loads of laughs. To make no berry pie, you will need some ready-made and pre-rolled pastry, 500 grams of mince, a beetroot, a small tin of carrots mashed up, 2 tablespoons of onion powder, which you can buy from any supermarkets, 1 sachet of potato granules, 3/4 of a pint of hot water, and a good dollop of tomato ketchup.
When making your no berry pie, don't forget to wash your fingertips. Then ask an adult to cook the mince thoroughly in one of these. A frying pan. It should take about 10 minutes. And once it's well cooked and been left to cool, transfer it to a big mixing bowl like this one. Pour it all in, and then you can add your other ingredients. So, some onion powder. In that goes. Your mashed carrots. Yum. And finally, the tomato ketchup. Now just mix these all together until they're well combined using a wooden spoon.
While Tim's busy mixing, I get to do the easy job, she says, of putting the pre-rolled pastry into a greased foil baking tin. Let's just lay that in. Push it in, so when it's neatly in place, you can break off any excess from around the edges using your fingertips. And when you've done that all the way around the edge, it should look a bit like this one.
Great, now you can concentrate on making your fake strawberry cream filling. To do this, put some beetroot in a heat-proof bowl and carefully add some hot water. In fact, it's a good idea to ask an adult to do this bit for you. Just leave it to stand until the water goes a nice bright pink colour. Now, carefully remove the beetroot with a spoon. And here's a fingertips top tip. If you don't have any beetroot, why not just use a few drops of pink food colouring instead? Just add your potato granules into the water and give them a good stir until you've got a nice, creamy, pink mixture.
Next, I get to do the fun bit of putting all the layers of our pie together. So start by spooning the meat mixture over the pastry base. In it all goes. That's it. And then spread it out evenly, like that. And then on top of this, you can spoon your creamy pink mashed potato mixture. Let's pour that all over the top. In you go. And it's a good idea to use the rounded flat side of your spoon to sort of smooth it out a little bit. And try not to get it all over the table like me. And if you're feeling adventurous, here's another fingertips top tip. You could use an icing piping bag, and then you could pipe this creamy mash over your pie to make it look even more like a dessert.
For this next part, be sure to get an adult to help you. Put your no berry pie into a preheated oven at 190 degrees Celsius, that's gas mark 5, for 30 to 40 minutes. Set your cooked pie on a wire rack to cool down slightly, and then just cut yourself a generous slice.
And why not tart it up a little bit more, like we have with this one? Here's that piped mashed potato, and we've even added a pastry lattice.
So why not whip up your very own no berry pie? It's simple to make, will keep you filled up, and it's totally scrumptious.
It's as easy as pie. That's it for today.
Don't forget to check out the Fingertips website. The address is on the screen right now.
And we'll see you again very soon for more Fingertips.
See ya.
Bye.